So as you know, we've been profiling the arts in the various counties, the students performing it, the different organizations and nonprofits that bring the arts to you each and every day. Going to take a little bit of a pause and divert in another way this morning, but still highlight kids. We are so happy this morning to let you have a chance to meet Electra Bowling. Surprisingly to us, she's just in the 7th grade at Heritage Middle School. Not surprising to us, she's a friend of LeBron Clark's, who joins us yet again for our conversation. Good to see you both.
You too.
LeBron, as you know, Electra, likes to brag on the people who he knows and likes. Clearly, he likes you. I think he likes you anyway. But when he found out that you had begun this outreach at your school to help kids who might not be as lucky as you, he wanted to share it with everybody. So I'm going to brag on you too. Is that okay? The name of your nonprofit is called?
Live and Give.
Live and Give. And you've just formed it just this fall. And what's the idea behind it?
I realized that there weren't as many kids at my school that had warm jackets. So I decided that I could help them by helping, like LeBron helping and my mom's work to help me gather donations so I can buy jackets and donate jackets.
So did the donations come into you at Mountain View, CDJR, and at your mom's work, or are people bringing them to the school and giving them?
People bring them to like the locations that we have. So like LeBron's, there's like a place there, and then at my mom's work, there's like a little desk that they can put stuff at.
Do you want to tell us where your mom works?
At Fitzmark in Chattanooga.
Okay, so there you go. You can give there too. So I was asking you a minute ago, and I promised LeBron I'll get you in on this, but I'm curious about something because it shows your wisdom, I think. Electra, I asked you, when people bring their jackets into school and then somebody ends up wearing them, it'd be pretty easy for the person who gave to say, oh, you're wearing the jacket I brought. And then that would embarrass the person, right? So you took it a step further.
And I tried to tell them, if you see somebody that might have a jacket on that you brought, just don't say anything and just try to keep it to yourself.
How long have you known her?
Gosh, it's been a couple of years. I mean, it's like every relationship. This was through the dealership, and we have a kind of a little animosity. She's a Auburn fan, and I'm an Alabama fan, so it's not uncommon for them to hear War Eagle across the dealership, and she'll just come in and sit down in the office, and we have a conversation. Her parents are awesome people, and when we were talking about things, as we do, because we have real conversations. I know people don't think that in a car dealership we have real, and they mentioned and she was embarrassed, weren't you? She's embarrassed now. She was embarrassed to tell me, but then when she did, I was like, oh my gosh. This is something, that we need to get out in front of people.
I don't think I'd be embarrassing you because I think you've discussed it before, but of course it tugged at your heart because you were a foster child.
Yeah, I was, and that's why, don't get me teary, don't look at me like that. It does, and when she decided to help other people out instead of getting for her, instead of, hey, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want to give.
Right.
I wish I'd had that mentality at her age.
I haven't asked you this, so it's okay if the answer is no, but do you play an instrument or do you sing in the choir?
No, ma'am.
But yet we've been talking all this week about the hard work that these students put into that and how it pays off in the end. Are you finding in just the month or two that you've been doing your Live and Give that it was maybe some hard work to get it going, but now it's paying back for you?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you feel when you see that barrel fill up with coats?
I feel like joy in my heart because I feel like I've helped people.
Have you had friends of yours come and say, I'm so glad you're doing this?
I've had many people been like, I'll get my mom and dad to bring something so I can help you out.
We talk as adults a lot about how the more you give, the more you get. Does this kind of, you think, encourage you now to maybe want to do other things too, or do you think you'll just leave it for a while with the coat collection?
I think I may try to do more, but I don't know.
Were you taught as a child to give, Electra?
Yes, ma'am, like a lot.
A lot? So her mom's here today. You have 2 older brothers, right?
Yes,
so I'm sure you get kidded a lot, but I'm also sure, I'm a little sister, you kind of can get away with things sometimes too as a little sister, can't you?
A lot more.
So did it surprise you when your mom said that when you came to them with this idea, it really touched her heart in a powerful way because they had not seen that side of you yet? Yeah. I asked her mom, how do you not cry at night? And she said, don't get me started.
Yeah, it's it's just like I said, it's amazing their family's amazing, but to see somebody, do like she does, and I mean, it gets a little teary-eyed, just even talking about it.
I'm not from Catoosa County. We were talking earlier in the show, LeBron and John Linderman and I, about the power and the sense of community that's down here, that folks who live in this area really enjoy taking care and looking out for each other. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm glad that I figured this out so that I can help people.
Well, we are too. We're glad that you're on your way through middle school and look forward to seeing you in the school here at Heritage High School one day. Maybe you'll pick up that instrument before you know it. Maybe. Maybe not.
So I might stick to softball.
You might stick to softball. We'll cheer you on that way too, fair? So if people want to find out how they can give, let's remind people where they can give the coats.
They can give it to Mountain View, where LeBron works, or Fitzmark in Chattanooga.
Or they could bring it to Heritage Middle School.
Or they could bring it to Heritage and drop it off in the counselor's office.
Write her name down, Electra Bowling, and you can say, I knew her when she was on TV, when she was just 13?
12.
Even better. We're back after this.
I always thought it was my fault that none of the diets I went on worked.